Church consultation? Wow. Hello. Are you aware that 70% of pastors constantly fight depression and burnout for the frustration experienced as a result of ministry workload, discouragement, and pressure? We help leaders grow healthy churches. We are excellent at what we do, and we are fast becoming the best of the very best. MagnaCraft Consulting is set up to help both small and large-sized churches become healthier by using proven diagnostics tools, effective retention strategies. We give the right and appropriate and professional advice. We are the certified church consultants with the Society of Church Consulting in the United States of America. Trust us to help you grow. Don't wait till it's too late. You will be glad you did. Call us now on 0802-324-2258. Email contact@magnacraftconsulting.com or magnacraftconsulting@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram @MagnaCraft Limited. MagnaCraft Consulting. Doing church God's way. Hello. Welcome to Monday Morning Matters live broadcast show brought to you by MagnaCraft Consulting Team, anchored by Niyi Dunmade, a certified church consultant with the Society for Church Consulting in the U.S. Here, each Monday of every week, we address important, relevant, and actionable topics of interest that will help you and your church grow healthier. And now, meet your host, Niyi Dunmade.
Good morning. All the way from the city of Abuja, I want to welcome you to today on the 18th of August, 2025. We've been coming your way over 6 years, and to this episode is Monday Morning Matters. Monday Morning Matters is a place where you're going to get value for every time spent with us on this live broadcast. This is Monday Morning Matters coming your way all the way from the city of Abuja. Welcome everyone to this Facebook Live broadcast show, YouTube channel. We dish out this raw, unedited, coming your way without any form of packaging, just to make sure that you have it as raw as it is. And so you're going to be blessed. Thank you for hooking up with us. We're so glad that you are part of this live broadcast show. My name is Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and the CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. Yes, Niyi Dunmade is my name. I'm the founder and the CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. Niyi Dunmade is my name. I'm the founder and the CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. And so let me tell you a little bit about MagnaCraft Consulting. MagnaCraft Consulting is a church consulting firm that helps local churches to grow healthier through empirical assessment, trainings, revitalization, and strategic blueprint. Yes, my name is Niyi Dunmade. I'm the founder and the CEO of MagnaCraft Consulting. Now, MagnaCraft Consulting, as I said, is a church consulting firm that helps local churches to grow healthier through empirical assessment, revitalization, trainings, and strategic blueprint. So if you come to engage us, those 4 things are what we're going to use to help your church become better, to become healthier, and of course on the path of peak performance. And so we want to use empirical assessment, we want to use revitalization, we want to use training, and then want to use strategic blueprint like a ministry action plan for your church. Our vision is very simple: to be the leading church health consultancy that creates actionable, sustainable, and adaptable solution. I'm also a double certified church consultant from 2 best institutions, the Society for Church Consulting and Church Consultation University of Church Answers in the US, both in the US. Okay, I'm your host every week. Come rain, come thunder, every week, Monday, 7 a.m. Nigerian time, West African time, or GMT +1, to make sure that you are going to get what you have hooked up here with. All right, I'm also known as the Church Health Guide of the 21st century. Now, a big thank you to everyone who has been liking our posts, who has been commenting to our posts and telling me directly how timely some of this content is to them. I'm just so grateful from the depth of my heart that you are able to spend your data, spend some time, spend your moment with us to make sure that you get the bit out of this. Today, we're going to talk about weekly planning for worship service excellence. Weekly planning for worship service excellence. And before we go on the juice of the day, let's pay some bills and do some promo, and then we'll come back for the discussion today. This is Monday Morning Matters. We need Dunmade certified church consultant come your way every Monday, 7 a.m. We believe that our expertise will be of great benefit to you and your church in a big, great deal. First Monday in the month of August, we talked about how to fix broken church systems, And then the second Monday, that was last Monday, we talked about how to build a sustainable church structure. And today, we're going to talk about weekly planning, the rhythm of weekly planning for worship service excellence. And then on last week, Monday, we could talk about closing the back door of your church. All right, Dr. Tom Rayner, a fantastic church consultant. I love him so much. He forwarded my first book. He's a very, very seasoned, very, very fantastic professional church consultant, one of the best in the side of this world. And I want to let you know that he has been able to give us over 40% discount to anyone in Nigeria and Africa who want to become a certified church consultant. You want to help your own church, you want to help other churches revitalize, reach out to me and let us see how we can make that happen. All right, we can make that happen. Some pastors have done that. I know one that did church consulting, and he has planted a church right now. So please make sure that you are able to contact me. I've written 3 books: Church Retention, Pathway to Growth, and then Busting Church Growth Myth. And then the last one, which is very hot in the market, is Data-Driven Leadership. Data-Driven Leadership. Make sure you go on our YouTube channel for all our videos to see how you can get the one that can quickly, on a short-term basis, help you and help your church. Now, this month we'll be focusing on aligning your team's effort, resources, energy towards a powerful weekend service experience. A weekend experience is something that's like a climax of what's happening every week in your church. And so this edition is to make sure that we empower church leaders to think systems, to plan for health, and to grow sustainably. All right, to grow sustainably. It's painful when I hear some churches folding up, or some churches ceasing to exist because of certain rhythms that they do not want to use as an habit. All right, for me to be alive, there's a rhythm of inhaling and exhaling, and if I don't get that rhythm right, it's going to create a lot of problems for my health and growth. And so weekly planning for worship service experience is what we're going to talk today. Why do some churches deliver consistently? Okay, it's not about you having a wonderful service. It's how can you have a wonderful service week in, week out? Okay, why do some churches deliver consistently impactful service, consistently impactful service, while others feel like they are always playing a catch-up, okay, trying to quench fires. So excellence is not by accident. Excellence is not something you just fall into. It is something you schedule for, you plan for, you are deliberate about it, and you are intentional about it. And so in Monday Morning Matters, we help you with all the things that will help you to get that done in your church. Okay, Monday Morning Matters will help you in a lot of great deal to make sure that you don't get things in an accidented manner, but for you to make sure that you are actually planning some of these things and you are getting them right in your church. So why worship service planning matters, okay? Why it is a system issue, all right? It's very important for us to understand that for the church to grow, we need to be able to systemize a lot of things, not just taking everything as a spiritual entity, but there's a side of the church that really needs to look into the management, the operation, and the administrative side of the church. So weekend service is one of those things that combines the management side of the church and the leadership side of the church. And weekend service are the front doors of your church. Weekend service are the front doors of your church. And so we need to understand that your church cannot grow without the visitation of people through your front doors, all right, through your front doors of your church. Your church cannot grow without people visiting through the front doors of your church. People don't return to chaos. People don't return to where there's lack of value. So where there's value, people navigate towards value. They don't go to where there is difficulty. They don't go to where there is pain. People go to where there is value. They return to where there is clarity. They return to where there is value. They return to where there is excellence. And great Sunday service, great Sundays require great Mondays to Wednesdays to work. So if you want to have a great Sunday service, you need to make sure that what happens between Mondays and Fridays are going to be, it's going to be something that is great, that should produce a great Sunday. Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 40, it said, let all things be done decently and in order. Decently and in order. You cannot begin to do certain things that should precede and you do it before. It's meant to be done decently and in order. You don't rise to the level of your inspiration, you fall to the level of your system thinking. So imagine you have great ideas of what your service is going to look like. It's not going to deliver unto you what you are thinking, what you are inspired to do. It is what you have created a system to repeat in your church. Your service falls to the weakness of the systems you have set for your church. Now, the third one is the weekly planning rhythm. I told you that we need to have that rhythm in our churches, Mondays to Saturdays. Now, introduce a Monday to Sunday planning model where that rhythm goes on, Mondays to Sunday planning model. And this is what I wanted to just use as a guide or a template for your church. Mondays, what happened? You have a review and a debrief of what happened in the previous Sunday, because it's stupid for you to repeat something that was a mistake in the previous Sunday the following Sunday. The guests who are coming to your church will think that you don't know what you're doing. So you make sure that there's a proper review and a debrief of what happened in the previous Sunday. What worked yesterday? What worked last Sunday? What didn't work last Sunday? Who followed up on new guests? Okay, how did guests feel in that service? How did convert feel in that service? How did members feel in that service? What was the weak link in a service agenda? And that's what you do in a review and a debrief process. Then on Tuesday, you can now begin to look at the content planning for subsequent Sundays. Sermon note locking, okay, making sure that you have your altar calls in your sermon notes. Make sure that your songs set is finalized. Your songs needs to align with your sermons so that you are not scattered. You are not moving in different direction. The creative team is also brainstorming around what is the focus of the content that you are trying to create for the coming Sunday. I mean, your media, your graphics, your color combination, the elements of the service must all be working together in alignment. You see, when you have a lot of elements and all those elements are trying to move in different directions, there's no how you're going to achieve the objective. But when all the elements come together in alignment, in unity, then they can all agree to achieve a goal, to achieve an objective, to achieve a strategy that is being deployed for that service. Now, Wednesday, what do you do? Wednesday to Thursday, you begin to think about execution. Now, it's not on Sundays you start to execute. You start to execute from Wednesday, the build-up of public relations, the build-up of planning for who is going to do whatever is in the agenda, the execution, recordings, graphics, slide preparation, easy worship, rehearsals, print media, your bulletin, your screens, your stage layout, props if needed. Just making sure that you have all the things on your stage properly executed before Sunday. It's not on Sunday that you begin to think about the flowers on the stage, or you think about certain things that should have been done from Wednesday to Thursday. Now on Friday, you do your final check. Every service needs to have a checklist. I mean, you need to make sure that you have a checklist for everything that should be done, that has to be done, and someone needs to have a rundown check of all those things that's meant to have been done to ensure that it is done. Because sometimes the reason why the excellence in your service is seen as mediocrity is because one or two things that should have been done is not done, and because those things that are not done in the service is now is now spoiling the things that are done to make the service successful. So run sheets distribution to all the stakeholders and make sure that every checklist has a responsible person. Role confirmed in terms of ushering, choir, worship, technical, media, whatever it is. Everyone needs to run the sheet and then make sure that it's distributed and submitted to make sure that the checklist is actually followed. You cannot maintain a standard until you are able to maintain a checklist consistently. Now, if you're maintaining the checklist consistently, gives you the opportunity to improve where weaknesses exist. Now, on Saturday is a time for you to do prayers and contingent planning. You meld all the things you'll be doing from Monday to Fridays and soak it up with prayer so that the things that you have said to do and you are executing is going to make maximum impact in your congregation. Team encouragement is also good because it's not easy to maintain a high quality standard service week in, week out. You need to find ways to encourage your team. Now, your choir is about going up to sing. There's nothing stopping you from writing a note as a head of department or choir director just to make sure that they are encouraged. It's not easy to power a service because it takes a lot of manpower or a lot of volunteers. Final tech rehearsals should be done on Saturdays to make sure that every cameraman knows what to capture, knows how to align and how to work together as a team on the groups, on the service groups that will make all the things successful in the service. Now on Sunday, so you see, you can have a very good plan from Monday to Saturday, and on Sunday, it just messes up all the whole thing through not walking through to the things that you want to do in the service in terms of execution with excellence and follow through. No, I've seen where on a Sunday service, when it's a big day for us to do all the things that we have rehearsed, and then people don't arrive early. So you need to arrive early. You need to ensure someone needs to understand that there's a number of persons that needs to arrive early to make sure that all the things that we have agreed that we're going to do on the Sunday service is actually kick off on the Sunday morning. Stick to time, watch your transition. It's not nice when you have dead ends in your service. People don't know what's happening, what's coming up next. We need to make sure that those transitions are seamless and they are not distracting. All right. If your week has no rhythm, your Sunday will have no excellence. If your week has no, this reading I'm talking about, your Sunday service will not be able to maintain the quality and the excellence that you deserve in your church. All right. Team alignment is very, very important so that everybody understands the objectives, understand also that we need to get ourselves to use the tools like Google Docs, Planning Center, WhatsApp chats to make sure that everybody works together in terms of a playbook to understand the goal of the service. You don't build great service with great people only. You build it with aligned people. You build with people who are working together as a team. There's a level your church will not get to until you are able to build a team that are working together to create a system that powers great service. Okay, so the planning system is very important. The communication flow is very important. The feedback loop is very important for improvement. You have to use post-service forms, surveys to make sure people give them their feedbacks of what happened in the service so that I can be able to improve in what is going on in the service. Don't systemize God. You can only systemize management. Don't structure out the Holy Spirit. You can only structure the church for the Holy Spirit to find full expression. Systems set the stage, then the Spirit takes the spotlight. You cannot use systems to take the spotlight of what God needs to do. Systems will do what systems need to do, and the Spirit of the God will be able to do what he needs to do. So do you have a weekly reading that leads to a worship service excellence in your church? Does your team knows this checklist, this workflow to make sure that they follow that reading to make sure that there's excellence in your church? Now remember, you have to do all things decently and in order, and when that happens, the Holy Spirit can come in to take full charge and make sure that there's maximum impact in whatever is going on in your church. We can build that checklist, you can build that service planning template for your church and make sure that you ensure that that reading goes on. I want to draw the curtain here. I'm just going to say that this is just a scratch on the surface. There are things that are deeper than what I have mentioned. You just need to take this discourse and go deeper to make sure that you have a weekly planning template and system that ensures that your church is able to maintain a high quality, excellent worship service every time of day. Let me tell you one of the benefits that this happens. Once people know that anytime they can walk up into your Sunday service and get value, what happens is that your front door will be healthy in the sense that people will be able to invite their friends. People don't invite people to service that is void of value. People don't invite their friends and colleagues and families to a service that they are not sure they're going to get quality and excellence. And so please make sure that you take some of the things I've shared so far, and it will help you greatly. I need to draw the curtain here, even though there's so much to share. If you are watching, please share this to your pastor, share this to your congregation. Make sure that you give us a thumbs up, give us a like, so that the algorithm will help the content that we are sharing today. If you have any church related questions for me or any inquiries for me, let's have them in any of the social media handles, and sure, you're going to get more than an answer from me. I mean, this is a conversation that you will get more than an answer from me. I love to talk with pastors. I love to help pastors because pastors are an endangered species and they need to be helped in the complex and noisy world that we're living with. So if you have any question, you have any comment or contribution to what I have said so far, please, let's have them in the comment section. I'm sure you will be glad to converse with me. This video has been helpful to you. As I said, give us a like, share us your community, drop us a comment, let me know where you're watching from, and then let's see how you can be of. Then please make sure that you like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a valuable content like this is uploaded, so that you will be blessed and you'll be able to enjoy the benefits that we have in this Monday morning matters. Please make sure that you also get the conversation going. We do consultation, we do revitalization, we do trainings, we do strategic planning for churches or ministries. Please reach out to us. Let's see how we can help your church with excellent church consulting for health, vitality, and result. Thank you for the attention, and may God bless each and every one of you as you have a fruitful week ahead till I come your way next week, Monday, which falls as the last Monday of the month of August 2025. I'm going to look at how to close the back door. Let us see how God helps us and enable till Jesus tarries. I love you and God bless you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.